Hello everyone and welcome back to the vlog. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Callie and I talk all things romanticizing your life, mental health, and fashion. Basically, I'm a lifestyle vlogger that likes to focus on finding ways to fulfill my life and help you do the same in yours. Today we're going to be talking about the that girl trend. I've had, some issues with the that girl trend too, which I'm sure that there are many people out there who kind of find it problematic in some ways, but I think it's helpful in some ways too. As most things in life, this thing can be two things at once, meaning it can provide a lot of good and it can also harm, if looked at the wrong way, I guess. If you're someone who is not familiar with the that girl trend, it's basically this trend about being that girl. So essentially, you could almost say it's about being your best self. It's about being the girl that is super healthy, takes care of herself, wakes up early, goes to the gym, all of that. And so many girls on YouTube are doing the that girl trend or that girl morning in my life. They're really fun to watch on YouTube, but they also, for me, aren't very realistic. And I'm not saying that doesn't work for some people, but it definitely doesn't work for all people. So I wanted to do kind of like my take on the that girl trend and a more realistic video of what that looks like in my life and how I take the good from it but leave the harm. When I say it can harm, I mean not everyone is going to live up to this expectation of getting up at 4 a.m. in the morning and going to the gym and drinking the green juice and doing every single thing on this list of that girl items. I think that this trend can be whatever it means to you. The way that I choose to look at it is, how can I be closer to the version of myself that I want to be, which would be that girl? How do I get closer to that girl? It should be about what you want to be for yourself, not you trying to be like someone you're not. I feel like the way I want to look at the that girl trend is, how can I be a better version of myself versus how can I be that girl that I saw on Instagram? Because I feel like that's what it's kind of turned into. And it's so good to get inspiration from people. I mean, I get inspiration from people all the time. Getting inspired by other people, but not completely trying to be another person. Because there are so many beautiful things about who you are, and you can still change who you are and be a better person, but becoming like the higher version of yourself, becoming who you want to be, versus trying to be someone that you're not. It's kind of funny because about like a week or two ago, I would have not been participating in the part of the trend where you wake up early because I wasn't sure if I was really a morning person. Now I've kind of learned a few things about my body. I think I'm just adaptable to what I can train myself to do. So lately I've been training myself to get up in the morning, but not because of any reason other than I want to be prepared for the next job I get, and I think I'm going to be having to wake up early in the morning, so I'm getting into the habit now. I've been trying it out and I've been actually loving it. So I actually think this might be something I do every day, regardless of work or not, or at least most days, is wake up before the sun rises. I was kind of struggling with how am I supposed to be an early bird, and I started doing this thing that I think has really worked for me. So basically I was thinking I need a reward. Like I need something to look forward to be like, good job, you woke up early. And I'm obsessed with the sky. I love sunrises, I love sunsets, so I decided to say, okay, you are gonna get up before the sun rises, and then you get to watch the sunrise, and you get to rise with the sun. And so I've like kind of found reasons to like leave the house early in the morning, and then I can come back and get ready, or I get ready before I leave, and then I just like am essentially outside when the sun is rising. Sorry, not setting, rising. Once I kind of learned to do that, I don't always leave in the mornings now because it's enough for me to just see the light coming through my windows, but I don't get to see the actual sunrise because I don't really see much of the sky in my apartment because of the way that the building is set up. I still like to do that from time to time. I don't always leave the house, but it's a really good incentive for me to get up. I plan my week out, so I always will just kind of like write the day and what I'm doing that day. So lately I've been writing down different things to do to help myself get up early and to see the sunrise. So for today, I had written down, go get a little coffee at a drive-through shop and just watch the sunrise from a parking lot somewhere. And that was a really good idea, but I woke up and it just didn't feel aligned to do that today. I had written down for one of these days to do the gym while the sun rises. We're right by the Everglades, so it's kind of foresty, so it's kind of hard to see from the sunrise side, but I'm hoping I can see the sunrise from the gym. So I had that written down as an idea to do one of these days. For the most part, I feel like my body and mind know what they want and they don't like it when I go against them and try to discipline myself in certain ways that aren't right, but I also think discipline is still important in other areas. I still am committed to moving my body in some way multiple times throughout the week, even if it's not going to the gym. But today I woke up and I was like, okay, coffee and sunrise. And I was like, no. I just woke up today and I thought, you know, I actually feel like going to the gym, which is really random. So I should probably actually act on that because I usually don't feel like going to the gym. I can be healthier while still respecting what my wants and needs are and not doing something I don't want to do just because someone else is doing it. Made some breakfast, did my makeup, and for green juice, I literally just get the Naked big huge thing, the green machine one.
Take a few moments to sit.
I'm going to Aldi for the first time. I was trying to think of where I could go for groceries and I thought, well, I haven't tried Aldi. So now we know that Aldi is a very tiny store that you can't get a ton at, although it was very, very cheap. I got these pumpkin breads. I'm literally right across from Target, so since I didn't get like anything there, I'm gonna go to Target and see if I can get the rest of my groceries there. We are back. Every time I go grocery shopping, I just feel like I didn't do it right. I do a lot of grocery hauls in my vlogs. I just happen to be grocery shopping like literally every time I vlog. So instead, what I'm gonna do today is I'm still gonna do kind of a haul, but I'm only gonna like mention the things that I got that I'm like actually excited about or interested in. Usually when you're grocery shopping, it's kind of like, you know, just like restocking on things. So I'll just like kind of talk about like favorites. One thing that is a major favorite of mine is I love these Planters mixed nut things. I always get the one with the pistachios in it. I have been loving Celsius. I got the kiwi guava. It has caffeine in it. Tastes really good. It's got green tea. It's just, I just love it. That's a favorite. And then I got these macaroons. So macaroons are a favorite of mine. I have not tried this brand before, so I'll let you know how it goes. I really do like the Whole Foods ones that you get in like the little freezer. So I don't know if these are going to hit the same way, but we'll see. I already saw the pumpkin bread that I got. It's pretty good. Okay, so here's another thing. So I have these candles. Got 2 candelabras for them. And they're so freaking cute, right? I love these. But I want some variety and also your girl's on a budget. So I thought it would be a really good idea to use wine bottles bottles. I've seen it done in a few pictures on Pinterest and I think it's so cute. So I've been looking for pretty looking wine bottles that I think I'm actually gonna like the taste of. So I liked the shape of this, and then I also thought that the label looked kind of cool. I like that. This is rosé. I don't know if I'm gonna like the wine because I'm very picky. And then we have this. So this is vanilla chai. I don't know why I got this, to be honest. I just saw it and I was like, chai, yes. I just like to have variety in my drinks in the morning and in my like caffeine drinks. Like sometimes I want something that's like coffee. Sometimes I want something that's like almost coffee but not quite, which is when the chai comes in. And then sometimes I want something that's refreshing and it doesn't taste like desserty, and that's when this comes in. Got lots of ways to satisfy the caffeine need. I love sweet wine. I like white wines. I like wine that doesn't taste like wine, to be honest. My favorite is the Moscato d'Asti by the Cupcake brand, and I've really liked Stella Rose too. Stella Rosa, sorry. Stella Rosa. I really like Stella Rosas, and so they have this, and I thought this bottle was pretty because I wanted like a dark bottle too. This one is a blueberry wine. Ben & Jerry's dairy-free ice cream. I love it so much. A hack for you guys, actually, if you want. This is something I learned from Pinterest. If you get like little wraps like this and then a salad kit, and literally just put the salad kit in the wrap with like sauce or something, and you literally have a wrap. One thing I always, without fail, get from the grocery store is dairy-free yogurts. I like the So Delicious brand. I also really like the Oui brand. I just got like the typical like strawberry, banana, vanilla, because they just don't have very many flavors in dairy-free yogurts. I am pretty much gonna be home for the day as far as I know. That's another thing I wanted to mention about these that girl trends. A lot of these people that are filming these trends where they're getting up super early and they're like doing all this crazy stuff, I feel like a lot of them work from home or have jobs that are a little bit more flexible, and that's awesome, but that's just not the case for everybody. And I'm probably gonna be changing, well, I will be changing my routines and the way I plan things when I get a job, because that just changes your life. Just keep that in mind when you're watching these videos of like the that girl routines. Everyone's life is so vastly different. They might not be in college. They might not have a job that they actually have to physically go to. They might also be working a job that's just more flexible, where they don't care if they come and go. You know, it's just, you never know someone's story. That's why I feel like this that girl trend can be dangerous, because you look at that and you just think that everyone can be that girl, because that's what they say. They're like, you can be that girl too. If I can do it, you can do it. And you can do it, but it might not look the same way, and it might be a completely different type of routine for your lifestyle, you know? I got a lip liner while we were out today. That's another thing with like the that girl thing. What I've learned is I'm just more comfortable and confident with myself if I kind of have different favorite things that help me feel confident about myself and feel more beautiful and like feel like my higher self. Like for instance, I've started wearing lip liner because I just love the way that I look with it, and I feel like I look elevated. The version of me that wears lipstick is like top tier. I just feel like making my lips look really nice is something I've only recently just become extremely passionate about. You have like your little things that make you feel better about yourself, and I feel like that's what being that girl is just finding what works for you and finding how to be your higher self and push yourself in a positive way, you know, because I feel like the trend is all about routine and waking up early, which is all well and good, but even more than that, finding like a routine that works for you and finding what specific to you helps you feel more confident and feel like you're that girl. You know, for me, it's putting my drinks in cute little mugs. For me, it's wearing lip liner. It can be anything you want it to be. This is the pencil I got. This is the color Natural. Okay, well, yeah, makes sense. It looks a lot brighter on camera than it is in real life. It's just very natural, nude kind of a color actually. I don't know why it's picking up like so bright. Like it looks like kind of pinkish, reddish on camera, but in real life it looks like more like nude-ish. I'm gonna put chapstick on now, and basically the way I line them is I kind of make like a circle here. So I line up here, and then I overline a little bit because I don't love my Cupid's bow being so sharp, so I like soften it. And then I overline just a touch under here. I mostly just overline here. I try not to overline too much. And then I go down here and I just like lightly go over this part here because I keep the O in the middle here. And then I just do a little here and a little here to make it like pouty. That's how I do it. So let's put the chapstick on. I need to get this edge a little bit more. Just touched it up a little. I like this color a lot too. Yeah, that looks good. What do you think? It's like fake lip filler, like the way that you line them. I've got to get my school stuff all figured out, so I've got to basically make sure I'm all enrolled, which I am, but I've got to like go through and like set things up for my student account for college. And I've got to take like my orientation course, that type of thing. That's what I'm going to be working on for the next little while. I'll tell you something, guys. I'm not feeling very that girl at the moment. I got some news that is really sad and frustrating, and I don't really want to talk about it right now, so I'm not going to. But I thought I would just mention that something happened just because I feel like it's important to know that not every day is going to be your best day. That's okay, and sometimes like there's gonna be things that happen that you can't control and it's gonna suck, but you gotta keep moving forward and life goes on. I just don't know what I'm supposed to do now. This is the setup for dinner. I think it looks pretty great if I do say so myself. Here's a close-up of the pasta. This is like a that girl thing, right? This cutesy little dinner. We are keeping up with the vlog even though I had that horrible news today and it really threw me off, but that's okay. Being that girl to me, I love stuff like this. I love romanticizing the little things in my life, and I feel like that's what my higher self would do, so that's what I'm gonna do. So that's why even though it's just me here, I lit candles and made a nice little setup for myself, you know? It's just the little things in life. And I have been listening to lo-fi and figuring out all my school stuff, which has been good, but also it's just, you know, transition periods in life. They're interesting and difficult, and yeah. I said I wasn't gonna talk about the thing, so I'm not gonna talk about the thing. Not because I don't wanna share it with you guys, but just cause like I don't wanna talk about it, you know? This is actually so delicious. I just made pasta, penne, and then I added Alfredo sauce and frozen little like chicken nugget things and broccoli and cauliflower and onions and then like some spices, and it is really good. I'm actually pretty proud of myself for this little concoction that I have created. And back to school stuff. Hello, I am realizing that I forgot to end the vlog and it is the next day. It is actually the next night. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really was just really bummed out. Basically, I feel good about, you know, telling you now. The job that I really wanted to get, it's not looking like it's gonna happen. It's still possible that it could happen, I guess, but it's very unlikely, so that's really unfortunate. I guess they just don't really need people right now. So I'm figuring it out and I am working on it. That's where my head is at, and I start school on Monday, so that's very exciting. So I'm just gonna end the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed doing this video with you, and just remember, I know it's hard to take me seriously when I look like this, but just remember that that girl trend is gonna look different to everybody. And a lot of the people on social media have very different jobs than you do, and your life does not have to look like everyone you're seeing online. So I hope that that message rang true to you, and I hope that this helped and made you feel better about this trend, because I feel like there is a really cool way to look at it with like being motivated and pushing yourself to be better. But I think we should be thinking of it more as that girl is the highest version of yourself, so it's gonna look different to every single person. Those are my thoughts, that's my take, and I hope you liked it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!